All right. There. I forgot my shades. There we go. Figured since we didn't watch the trailer last time, I'd start with the trailer this time. Get the shades. They're on my desk. Anyway, shall we continue with the Dark Knight quest? I see you yet walk Magnarmus, and it is well that you do. This is a matter I can discuss only with another Dark Knight. Swear to me that you will speak of it, and speak of it to no one else. Thank you. Then I shall begin at the beginning. My master, in his final moments, spoke to Frey and me in riddles. A heart bleeds, a man weeps, a soul burns, thence comes the darkness to consume. Yet even in the depths, the flame endures. Submit to the flame and harness the abyss. Frey and I did not understand his words. We hoped their meaning would become clear to us in the course of our duties as Dark Knights. And so we carried on, following the creed, until one day we found her. Go on, Riel. He can be trusted. Alright. Lone's blessings be upon you, sir. Right then. She was fleeing from a unit of Temple Knights at the time, who were clearly intent on doing her harm. Needless to say, Frey and I took issues with that. They took exception to that, and chose to intervene. We went to ground after that, but Frey was caught out in the streets while fetching supplies. I cannot protect her, Magnarmus, not from the Temple Knight, not by myself. I'm not even sure why they seek her, only that, should I fail, her life is forfeit. And Magnarmus and I shall share with you my art. And when we have reached the limits of my knowledge, mayhap we can unravel the mystery of my master's final words together. I can offer you naught else. What say you? Sure, I'm in. Then it is settled. We shall both serve as her guardians. Don't you have something to say to Magnarmus, Riel? Absolutely nothing. Why did the Temple Knights want to hurt you? They said I was an abomination, that I had to die to atone for my sins. Where are your parents? What do you think of Sidorio? He doesn't talk much, but not since Frey left. Sometimes he hardly speaks a word, other times, but I know he would never hurt me. So that's nothing. Excuse me, Magnarmus, was it? You'll look after Sid too, won't you? Sure. Thank you, that puts my mind at ease. Right, that's enough of that. To more important matters. Like I said before, I'm not quite sure why the Temple Knights are after Riel. They seem to believe something is wrong with her. But for the life of me, I cannot imagine what it could be. However, there may be a way to find out. The other day I overheard a curious tale from a House Hallianart Knight, recently returned from Camp Cloudtop. He spoke of Vanu healers who could see their patient's ether. So skilled were these healers that they could diagnose ailments with a glance. It may be not more than a fantastical tale told by a man in his cup. But even so, if there is a chance we can learn what, if aught, ails Riel, I dare say we must take it. Let us go to Camp Cloudtop and begin our search for a healer there. Right, to Camp Cloudtop. Good thing I've already been there. Yo! Retold. Right then. Vanu are not wont to parley with outsiders under most circumstances. However, they may be willing to receive us if we come bearing a suitable offering. I'm told they use Gastronus feathers in their rituals. Mayhap that would suffice. Magnarmus, I must ask you to prepare our offering while I look after Riel. Once you have it, we can journey to Vandu Ok, or Bendu together. Entreat one of their healers to examine her. That hurt like hell. Let's go. Give me them feathers, bitch. Gonna kill 2 more. Chase me this way. Oh, okay. This way. How did I capture it? Capture what? Just want the feathers. There we go. Got their feathers. Out of here. Supposed to go way further. The wrong way. It's fine. The minimum it'll take me to is 1 hit point. The only way I'll die is if I drop to 1 hit point, then an enemy immediately aggroes me and does an auto attack. Which has happened before, but that's why I hit a potion the second I hit the ground to heal myself up. Long drive. So while I drive along, how are you doing today? Nice small talk. About 2/3 of the way there now. Dang, maps in Heavensward being so big. There's still like all this unexplored area here. Take some feathers. Really? Now I give him the feathers. Yes, Stronus feathers. Netherling knows the ways of Vondu well. Let storm clouds give way to warm sunshine. Say your piece. You will do as we ask, Magnormus? Yep. Bring forth the child, Netherlings. Let me look upon her face and know her heart. Soft rains to soothe your heart, little one. Do not be afraid. Drink of the wind, let thy soul take flight. Bathe in the mists and show me thy light. Come, show me thy light. What tempestuous winds rage beneath tranquil clouds? What great spirit dwells within you? Speak plain, Vanu. This is no child. This is... Ah! The Tremontaine follows you, Netherlings. You cannot remain here. Be gone from our lands! Alright, something about the girl freaked him right the fuck out. Wait, I don't... God damn it. Ready your blade, Magnormus. We've been followed. Over there, someone's coming. Do they have the high ground? To do the quest, and here you are, you annoying little shit. Dang. Better not underestimate their power. Oh, now I have the high ground. I'm on a higher ground than them. Archers first. should be the last of them. I've seen these ones about before. They don't answer to the Lord Commander, or so I hear. Bastards thought to take us outside the city, away from prying eyes. Don't want to be seen murdering a girl in the streets of the Holy See, do they? Even their staunchest supporters couldn't abide that. Yep. Seems our new friend has already abandoned us. For it then. Back to Ishgard we go. Come along, Riel. Back to Ishgard. Trust me, he just knows. This is deep, right? I trust you no longer dispute the true nature of the Temple Knights, murderers and thieves who drape themselves in the trappings of the righteousness. Do you not see, Magnarmus? We are all that stands between them and their prey. There is no justice for these monsters save that which we must deliver. I will see them answer for their sins, I swear it. Even if I have to drown in the abyss to see it done, I will. Magnarmus Cid, I wanted to thank you both for protecting me earlier, and apologize for getting you two hurt. Don't be foolish, you have naught to apologize for. In any case, at least we learned something of our enemy's motives. Not that I have the faintest inkling what the healer meant by Great Spirit. Yay, new ability. I can now do these. Right, anyway. So a great spirit dwells within Riel, if that shaman is to be believed. We need answers, Magnarmus, and I can think of no one better to ask than those who commune with spirits regularly. I speak of Gridania's conjurers, who can hear the voices of the Twelveswood, or so it is said. It's just as well. Frey told me she had an aptitude for their arts. What had taken him moons to learn, she mastered in days. Sometimes these talents run in the family, he said. Mayhap her ancestors were conjurers after a fashion. Whatever the reason, there is no guarantee it is related to what the shaman said, or why the Temple Knights wish her dead. If past experience is any indication, they will be tracking us the moment we leave the city. It's not a question of if they will attack us, but when. You'll be ready for them, I see. Then let us be off. The road should be safe so far as Camp Dragonhead. Camp Dragonhead. They're close, I can feel it. Stay with Riel. I'm going to scout the road to the observatorium. Follow at a distance. If they come, do whatever it takes to see her safely inside the walls. And that's a promise. Please be safe, Cid. I'm ready, Magnarmus, whenever you are. Let's go then. I don't see anyone. Found us. Taken care of. Wait, men after them. Surrender the girl. There's no escape. See if I can get them all with my AoE. Got him. Drop the new skill. And there's a pile of dead soldiers. On to the next. You are meddling in affairs beyond your kin. Get away from us. I'm warning you. What's up, bitches? You guys won't hurry. You'll have to go through me first. Let's go. I'm back. It can change. You left me. We made it. Thank you, Magnarmus. Thank you. Magnarmus, thank the gods you're all right. I should have known they would strike when we were apart. They're certain to return with reinforcements ere long. We must press on south into Gridanian territory. Until we reach the city proper, we cannot be assured of safety. We leave now, Riel. You can rest once we reach Stillglade Fane. Scariest thing out there. Yeah. Greetings, Magnarmus. How may I be of service? A great spirit it is. Is it? If it please, I would examine this girl myself. It is the very least I can do for one who has ever been a friend of the Twelveswood. Ah, but where are they? Apologies for our late arrival. Riel grew tired and I had to carry her part of the way. I could have kept walking. Our burdens need not be our own. Child. There is no shame in sharing the weight. Who's the boy? Aha, I am Brother Isumiyan, master of this guild. And though you will labor to believe it, young man, I am several times your age. You must be Riel. Magnarmus told me all about you. Pray, come closer and take your ease. I ask that you close your eyes and listen to my words. Breathe deep. Feel the myriad of life around you. Be as one with the world. The Vanu shaman spoke true after a fashion. Her spiritual presence belies her years. It is clearly not the product of training, rather innate power with which she radiates, akin to that of the elementals, or the Dravanians. You can't be serious, she's just a girl. Yes, she is. A very special girl. Mayhap you are familiar with the tale of the boy and the dragon. Eh? No? Hardly surprising, the Archbishop declared it a heretic's tale, and with good cause. It is a corruption of an older legend in which a man partakes of dragon blood, and in so doing becomes one himself. Rumor has it that heretics hold such rituals for this very purpose. And if there is truth in such tales, perhaps she has ingested the blood of an ancient dragon. What? She cannot... She's not some half-crazed lunatic. I make no accusations, only offer a possible explanation. Moreover, who is it to say that she didn't so knowingly? Excuse me, pray forgive me. I did not mean to cause you distress. You have nothing to fear, my child. You are in perfect health and blessed with 2 loyal guardians. Would that others could say the same. I think Riel would benefit from a brief respite before returning to Ishgard, unused to the rigors of the road that as she is. Why not show her to the Carling Canopy? An eel pie can do wonders for the soul. We thank you for your time. Carling Canopy. Up the stairs we go. Fairy tales and fantasies. This is what he had to offer us. Heretics, I understand, but I expected better from the bloody head of the Conjurers Guild. And you, why didn't you speak up for yourself? Yell. There were no windows, just walls of stone and little cracks to tempt your fingers, and iron bars colder than ice. I couldn't tell when it was raining, whether it was day or night. She didn't say I drank blood. All she said was, "It's better this way." At least if they catch me, they'll just kill me this time. I finish my apple? Go ahead. Ain't nothing. It's not a sin if someone made you do it. He didn't. Won't let them hurt you. I know. You want another one? No, thank you. And keep an eye on her until she's finished eating, would you? I could go with some fresh air. Thank you for waiting with me, Magnarmus. Shall we go and find Sid? Well, I've had my fill of the forest. Back to Ishgard then. I think Riel and I can manage on our own for now. Shall we? Foundation. That was a blessedly uneventful journey. Mayhap the Temple Knights were still nursing the injuries you gave them. Riel was worried they might try to ambush you on the road, but I assured her you would be fine. Must apologize, Magnarmus, for all you have done for us. I fear I have yet to adequately recompense you. I will continue to share with you what skills I can. Alas, I fear we near the limits of my knowledge. Plunge. Yay, I got plunge. Okay. On to the main plot. Main plot. Into the house. Ah, Master Darkblade, my lord the Count much desires to speak with you regarding your time with Lord Artoriel and Lord Amanelaine. If you would remain here for a moment. The
hero
returns. The legend.
I cannot thank you enough for saving young Amanelaine's life. Aye, he told me everything. I've also received letters from both House Zamail and Durandare praising your conduct, and that of House Forton. You've won us much honor, my friend.
My lord.
What is it? Speak.
Pray forgive the intrusion, my lord, but I bring grave tidings. Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru have been detained on suspicion of fomenting heresy.
What? Explain.
More heresy.
They were observed entering a tavern in the lower levels on some half-dozen occasions. There, it is claimed, they made a number of inquiries. Inquiries which brought them into contact with certain, elements. 'Twas this which prompted a Knight of the Heavensward to demand that they be questioned. Sir Grinno, my lord.
Sir Grinno is a brute. An exceedingly accomplished brute, but a brute nonetheless. Alas, he is also a son of House Zamael. How quickly we forget the petty nature of men. I'd wager your friends are no more than pawns in another of my countrymen's games. Such is the way of things between the high houses.
You were wiping potato off your mouse, and what happened? Did you just ban Francis? Because all his messages disappeared. You timed him out. Oh, he's in timeout now. He can just watch. Alright, anyway, let me open... Shit. Yep, literally wiped all of everything. He was being too aggro, that is Phoenix's excuse. Alright. 'Tis like that one such member of House Zamael is manipulating Sir Grinno, for he is not a man to dabble in politics with his own volition. He may genuinely believe your friends to be guilty, though I am quite certain his masters know better. Yet the truth will avail us not if we cannot prove their innocence. You would do well to speak to Sir Emmerich at the congregation of our Knights Most Heavenly. He will know more of these charges. Alright, go speak to Emmerich. Yeah, Phoenix, can you remove the timeout? How long was he timed out for? Oh, okay. Nothing. It has been too long, Magnarmus. Would that this visit came under happier circumstances. You are come to plead for Master Alphanode and Mistress Tataru, I take it. Would have their detainment reached us while I was delivering my report on the Vanu Primal. Truly, I know not which is more ludicrous, these charges or that flying feathered whale. That is Sir Grinno's accusations are baseless, I have no doubt. Refuting them will be difficult. However, as he is the Knight of the Heavensward, I speak of the personal guard of the Archbishop, the 12 finest knights of all of Ishgard, sworn to serve his eminence alone. Suffice it to say, their testimony is unimpeachable, and I have not the authority to challenge their actions. After all the Scions have done, rooting the heretics and defeating Shiva, helping us to bend the steps of faith and drive back the Dravanian horde, after proving themselves true allies on countless occasions, is there naught we can do? I fear there is but one path left to us. We must demand a trial by combat. Of course. In a trial by combat sanctioned by the Inquisition, the victor's claim is judged true regardless of the petitioner's standing. Under Ishgardian law, a trial by combat pits the accuser against the accused. In this instance, Master Alphino and Mr. Tataru would be expected to face Sir Grinno and and a second of his choosing another knight of the Heavensward most like. Two of them, by the Fury, can hardly be considered fair. Master Alphino's magical talents will not have gone unnoticed, meaning that he will have no choice but to participate. Mistress Tataru, on the other hand, is quite obviously bereft of martial skill, and she would be afforded the right to name a champion to fight in her stead. Lest you doubt, I am ready and willing to serve at this capacity, as I am sure is Lord Harshafon. But all here present know that you are the most accomplished warrior among us, and mayhap in the realm at large. Yeah, I can beat some ass. When it is settled, I will visit Master Alphino at once and inform him of our intentions. Magnarmus, meet me at the tribunal when you have made ready. Until then, my friend. Feel betrayed by your potato. Are you talking to him in Discord or something? Such devastation was her intention, is what you're saying? The tribunal. Let's go. Listen carefully, Magnarmus. When the trial begins, the petitioner will be asked to restate his charges, and the accused invited to respond. Then, in accordance with the law, they will be asked to restate their request for a trial by combat. Once the High Educator acknowledges Mr. Taru's right to name a champion, that is when you must make your entrance. Oh, I cannot wait to see the look on Sir Greno's face when he sees his true opponent. It will be priceless. More seriously, should you begin to lose heart, look to me in the stands, and I shall cheer so loud you will wonder how could you ever have contrived to doubt yourself. Now, are you ready? Yeah.
We are gathered here today under the watchful gaze of the Fury, to ascertain the guilt of 2 souls in a trial by combat. Petitioners, step forward. Sir Grino, for the benefit of all here present, I would ask you to repeat the charges which you have leveled against this man and this woman.
I, Sir Grino de Zemile, brother of the Heavensward, did bear witness to these 2 foreigners consorting with heretics.
More of that shit, huh?
Let the accused step forward.
Yeah, he does not look that voice.
Alphino Leveilleur, Tataru Taru, you have heard the charges leveled against you. Will you take up arms to refute Sir Grino's claim, and thereby prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men?
I, Alphino Leveilleur, am innocent of this charge, and claim my right to trial by combat.
I, Tataru Taru, am innocent of this charge. But I am no warrior and cannot fight. So, I claim the right to name a champion.
To the old and the infirm, the young and the weak, this right we allow. Very well. Who will stand for this woman?
Hey!
Just as I was beginning to doubt the efficacy of the Ishgardian justice system. Come, my friend. Let us put an end to this mummer's farce.
look, it's the floor I'm gonna make you guys eat.
O Halone, render unto us your judgment. Raise up the righteous, and cast down the wicked.
Ready?
I have my pride.
Missed me. Also missed me. Into the fuck box of both of you.
I've got you now. Down with you! Hells take you!
I mean, we won! The Fury has spoken. Upon Olivier, Taru, you are hereby acquitted of all charges. Blessed are we to receive of her wisdom and see justice wrought by her divine hand. Petitioners, accused, go forth in peace. Delivered from an untimely demise yet again, my thanks as always. And I mopped the floor with them. By the Fury, what a splendid victory! To see how you strove in the face of adversity, two brave young souls bound together by puissant bonds of camaraderie. Why, it stirred me to the very depths of my soul. Having been treated to such a rousing spectacle, it seems only right that I present you with a humble token of mine admiration. Pray receive of me this chocobo whistle. But I already have a chocobo. With it, you may summon a black chocobo, fully trained and ready to fly. Magnificent, is she not? Strong yet sleek, elegant yet eager. What say you, Magnarmus? Will you take her for your steed? This mattered more when it was the only mount that could fly. Lord Hoshafant, chocobos are prohibited in the Supreme Sacred Tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitory Doctrine. Your steed must remain outside. before all about the black chocobo that can fly when all the other mounts couldn't, but now they all can, so it doesn't matter. Here's the item. Porshafont thinks you can do with a well-deserved rest. Chocobos are all well and good, but the true reward for your efforts is the exoneration of your comrades. They shall be released upon the completion of certain minor formalities, which I mean to see to personally. In the meantime, pray return to Fortom Manor. The Count has done so already, and will doubtless be eager to discuss the day's events. They got what was coming to them. Let me in! Let me in! And the pimp came the legend. Alone smiles on us yet again, Master Darkblade, guiding you to victory and setting your comrades free. I confess I did fear for your safety, which is not to say I doubted your prowess, you understand. I merely knew the strength of your opponent. Him. You do have a habit of exceeding my expectations. Besting two of the Heavensward while the city's elite looked on? By the fury, anyone who hasn't been paying attention to you will surely do so from now on. But my lord! We have just received message from the vault. His Eminence, the Archbishop, requests the presence of Master Darkblade. An invitation from the Archbishop? What an honor. Personal summons is indeed a great honor, and given recent events, you would be wise not to delay. Go, Master Darkblade, we shall speak anon. A priest will be waiting for you outside of the vault. Identify yourself to him, and he will escort you inside. Guy just loves barging in with urgent news, doesn't he? Which is what Francis said. We are honored to receive you, Master Darkblade. This way, please.
Your Eminence, it is my honor to present to you the Warrior of Light.
I have heard the tales of your many grand endeavors. The Lord Commander has also been most effusive in his praise. I am Thordan VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, and I bade you come here that I might offer my personal apologies. You will forgive me for not calling upon you as courtesy would dictate, but as you can see, my more sprightly days are long behind me. But I digress. Your companions were wrongly accused of heresy and subjected to gross indignities. This, I am sorry to say, was the result of negligence on the part of our nation's protectors. Negligence born of an excess of zeal. Is that not so, Sir Zephyrin?
Yes, Your Eminence. Regrettably, it would appear that we of the Heavensward were in receipt of erroneous information. Sir Grinno has ever been headstrong. He pressed charges before the truth had been ascertained, for which I most sincerely apologize.
An unfortunate misunderstanding born of an earnest desire to serve Ishgard, but one which should never have occurred. For who could doubt the character of those who bested Shiva and drove the Horde from the steps of faith? Not I. That much is certain. That will be all, Sir Zephyrin. I would speak with our guest in private.
Your Eminence, As you wish, Your Eminence. That will be all for today.
Privacy is a luxury rarely afforded one in my position. Now, tell me, young man, what do you know of the Asians? Much and more, I shouldn't wonder, being the bringer of light. You should know that I myself have met with them, have entertained them as guests, even. Those harbingers of chaos and strife offered us power, that we might continue our war against the dragons. I have no intention of aiding their cause, of course, nor less of being their puppet. Yet, were I to refuse them outright, I should learn naught of their true objectives and remain powerless to stop them. Thus have I hearkened to their words with interest and paid lip service to their beliefs, biding my time and preparing for the inevitable conflict. And why do I tell you this? Because there is naught in this world they fear more than the power of the Warrior of Light. If we are to rid ourselves of these vile interlopers, we must needs work together. With our combined strength, I have faith that we can wrest Eorzea from their grasp and pave the way for a lasting peace. Think on it.
Sure, I'll think about it. But if one of you shits and accuses me of heresy one more time, I'll show you what it looks like. Fed up with heresy. See. Welcome, Master Darkblade. Shall I show you inside the manor? Yep.
There you are. I confess, I was more than a little concerned when I learned that you had been summoned to the vault. What did they want with you?
He was consorting with Asians.
Well, a formal apology and an admonishment of those responsible. I see my fears were wholly misplaced. By The Archbishop freely admits to consorting with Ascians. So, their ambitions extend to Ishgard as well. We will have new primals to contend with ere long, of that you may be certain. 'Tis but a matter of time. Yet shorn of the support of our missing allies, what can we realistically hope to achieve?
In the midst of all the excitement, I completely forgot to tell you. When I was asking around about the Scions, I heard the most awful rumor. General Rauburn is to be executed for crimes against the Sultanate!
If the Flame General dies, we will lose a staunch ally, and the one man capable of holding the Sultana's assassins to account. Lord Orchiffon was wise to counsel restraint, but this business will brook no delay. We cannot permit this execution to take place. We must save Rauburn.
Though the situation calls for urgency, it would avail us little to charge headlong into Ul'dah without a plan. Before we can formulate a plan, however, we must first learn how things stand in the Sultanate, which is why I propose a visit to Limsa Laminza. Aye, you heard me right. While you were about your altruistic endeavors, I acted as intermediate in trade negotiations between House Fortom and a Laminzan consortium. During said negotiations, an opportunity to send word to the Admiral presented itself, and I duly seized it. I am happy to report that we yet have a stout ally in Limsa. The Admiral has pledged her full cooperation in any effort to rescue Raban. Accordingly, I have agreed to meet with her. We might discuss how best to proceed. Naturally, I told her to expect us both. Your presence never fails to embolden our allies, after all. When you arrive in Limsa Laminza, make yourself known to Sergeant Xanthale at Bulwark Hall on the lower decks. He will admit you to the bridge. As long as they don't dump in poisonous gas, we're good. I've already seen that movie one. Because if they do that, then we'll have to deal with Jar Jar, and nobody liked Jar Jar. And the Admiral has been expecting you. Say the word and I will take you to her. Of course you did, Francis.
Friends, 'tis good to see you safe and well. I will admit I had not counted on you seeking, let alone finding refuge within the Holy See, but full glad was I to learn that you had.
Thankfully, we had allies there who took us under their wing. And theirs was not the only aid we receive, I suspect. When we fled Ul'dah, we fully expected to become wanted men, known to all and hounded at every turn. Yet that did not come to pass. On the contrary, 'twould seem the charges against us have not been made public. Might we have you to thank for that, Admiral?
Sharp as ever, Master Alphino. On Marshal Terrapin's urging, the Elder Seed Seer and I demanded that the Syndicate suppress news of the Scion's alleged crimes until such time as irrefutable evidence could be found. Our argument was simple. Lacking proof, to accuse the saviors of the realm of so unlikely a crime would have the people up in arms. In their wisdom, the Syndicate agreed, as you yourself have seen. There is something you should know. Some few days prior to the banquet, the Elder Seed Seer and I were summoned for a private audience with the Sultana. There, she revealed her intent to announce her abdication, that she might pave the way for the establishment of an Ul'dah Republic.
What? But such an announcement would have plunged the entire nation into chaos.
She was well aware of that. 'Twas for fear of what might ensue that she summoned us. Her Grace wanted the Elder Seedseer and I to lend Raubarn a helping hand, you see? To aid him in preserving the peace during the transition.
So, having somehow caught wind of her plan, Lolorito and Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination in the hope of maintaining the constitutional status quo. But they must have known that her death would sow as much chaos as her abdication. Chaos from which Teleji alone might feasibly stand to profit. Surely Lolorito would never knowingly... Ah, could it be? I dare not hope.
The Uldan authorities have yet to announce the Sultana's passing. To allay any suspicion that may arise from Her Grace's absence, they have issued a statement to the effect that she is presently convalescing from illness.
Mayhap they're waiting for a fitting moment to break the news. Or mayhap they know of some other reason to delay.
Something else has been bothering me, Admiral. I was dismayed to learn that General Raubarn is to be executed. Yet upon hearing the news, I could not help but wonder why he had been kept alive for so long. Pray mistake not my meaning. I am, of course, overjoyed that our friend still draws breath, and that he might yet be saved. But if his enemies truly wished to eliminate him, they could have done so immediately. I see no reason for this delay.
Aye, you've struck upon an important point, Master Alphino. Following his capture, Raubarn had been held in the Marasaja pit within Uldar. In recent days, however, he has reportedly been moved to an unknown location. Queerly, 'twas not the Brass Blades who spirited him away either, but a band of soldiers decked in blue.
The Crystal Braves.
Aye. If I read the winds aright, the arrangement between Lord Lolorito and the Braves has come under strain. At any rate, if we're to rescue Raubarn, we'll have to find him first. And you'll be glad to hear that I have already entrusted the task to those best able to see it done. Our friends of Doma.
Friends of Doma. The ninja people. Raubarn's survival is vital to the Eorzean Alliance. We can ill afford to lose him. I cannot send troops to Uldar. 'Twould spell the end of the Alliance, and war like as not. If there is to be a rescue, it falls to you and yours to attempt it. I would have it no other way, my Admiral. It was I who founded the Crystal Braves, and it is I who must take responsibility for their actions. Spoken like a true leader, Master Alphinail. By way of first step, you should seek out our Doman contact. You will find her among the frontier hands at Revenant's Toll, working in a kitchen. Two more Doma. You have some nerve showing your face here, traitor! I ought to haul you in for your crimes, and I would accept you doubtless put up a fight, and I've been ordered not to bring conflict into town. Our priority is protect the people, and we can't risk any innocent bystanders getting hurt. If I were to find you anywhere else, though, you'll not find me so lenient. Consider yourself warned. Oh, okay, can't fight me in town? Alright. What if I go outside the town gates right over here? Come on. Right over here. Come fight me. I'm over here. I'm going outside the gates. You want some? Right outside the gates here. Hope you guys don't attack me. Oh, okay. Bust out like a bitch. Anyway, let's go. Yep, healthcare is not that great. Master Magnarmus, I knew in my heart you were safe, but to see you again in the flesh, words cannot well express my relief. Even as this victory feast was taking place, the Crystal Braves turned upon us and took the Rising Stones by force. Amid the chaos, some few of my compatriots and I were able to slip away unnoticed. Since then, we have remained in Revenant's Toll, keeping watch over the mutineers while waiting for your return. You have done well by us, and we Domans do not soon forget our debts. We swear to do all within our power to aid you. Shortly before you arrived, I received word from Limsa Laminza that you were searching for General Raban. The Admiral will have informed you he has recently been moved from his cell in the Marasaja pit, and at the same juncture, you, Hase, and the 3rd Unit were observed leaving the Rising Stones. This can be no simple coincidence. Their purpose, we believe, is to escort the Flame General to the scene of his execution. Suffice to say, we have people shadowing the 3rd. You would join the hunt, pray seek Deware at Highbridge, where I too am bound. Okay. Highbridge. Fell down. That person did. I can fly here. Someone fell and like broke their ankles and then healed themselves. I've been expecting you. Time is of the essence, so I shall be direct. You, Hase, and his men are bound for Halatali. We believe that this is where they intend to carry out the execution. Quizon is presently keeping in watch over the entrance. Let us make haste and join him. You come at a good time, my friends, but moments ago the traitor Ilberd arrived and entered Halatali. From this, we may be certain that General Raban is being held within. There is no time to lose. General Alden may be executed at any moment. You must enter Halatali and free him from his captors. Please see to your preparations and tell me when you are ready to proceed. One of our own will accompany you inside.
Pray, forgive me my lateness.
Lady Ugiri!
Master Alphino, I am pleased to see that the light of resolve shines in your eyes once more.
Ah, yes. How pathetic I must have seemed to you when we last met. I am ashamed to recall it. For a time, I was well and truly lost. But with the aid of my comrades, I have since refound my purpose, and I shall take care not to misplace it again.
Since your escape from Ulda, my fellow shinobi and I have shadowed the Crystal Braves every step, in hopes of learning the Scion's whereabouts. Regrettably, our investigation has yet to yield any useful information. Pray, forgive us.
You need not apologize, my lady. We are grateful for all that you have done on our behalf. Besides, Ralban is no less a friend, and we cannot well abandon him to his fate.
Hozan, the three of us shall attend to the Flame General's rescue. Pray, draw away the guards by the entrance. Take Dowade and Higiri with you. With me!
Not a soul from the Colosseum to be seen. This bodes ill. Take the lead, Magnomus. I shall follow close behind you. There, you little shit.
Away with you! That's 2 crystal traders down. Alright, for the healer first.
Leave this to me.
Healers down. The General. Where are his captors? I mislike the look of this. General! Damn. He is bound by some manner of magitech device, yet I dare not force it open. It may well be booby trap. I have heard of such devices. The Crystal Braves will possess the key. Let us split up and look for it. That will not be necessary. Oh, that's the leprechaun. Pray do not take it personally, my friends. You are the victims of harsh economic conditions. Happily, you will not suffer long. This This poison will convey you swiftly unto the bosom of Thal. Were I to join you after the passing of many prosperous years. Definitely appear that negotiations have broken down. Poison gas and all. Negotiations were very short. The auto run. This way. Source of the gas. Led to me being poison gassed after all. Let's go. Alright, 3 more braves to kill. Oh, the Conjurer first. Interrupted your healing spell. Keep that. Key. Key, take it to Raban. Thanks. Slowly, General. You are yet weak from your ordeal. Nevertheless, we must quit this place. I should have known. What are clever contrivances to the Warrior of Light. Well done, hero. Ilbert. You mean to struggle on then? Very well. If you would stand in my way, I will cut you down like all the rest. Come, Scions, let's get this over with. For me to get some revenge. First! You're losing your heal. Down. Now you're losing your freaking leopard.
I have you now.
It is nothing.
Alright, Paladin's dead.
Yet.
Laurentius already went down. That's what he gets for planting the damn vial on me. Alright, Elbert.
I'll tear you limb from limb.
Down. Down goes Goodman.
This changes nothing.
It is over, Ilbert. Lay down your arms and surrender yourself to justice.
Justice? Justice for what exactly? 'Twas not I who assassinated the Sultana, boy.
Ere we debate who is responsible for the assassination, I would ask whether an assassination took place at all.
Oh, clever little shite. If you think you fight for justice, lad, you'd best wake up. The truth is, you fight for whoever bloody well tells you to. Can you not see you're being used by the Scions, the city-states, even the Crystal Braves? They none of them care a whit what you want. Only what you can do for them. And how do I know this? Because I'm the same. A pawn to be used as my masters see fit. All I ever wanted was to liberate my homeland. And I ate dirt to make it happen. But what have I achieved after all these years in servitude? Nothing. Not a bloody thing. If we ourselves are not free, free to think and to act, how are we ever to reclaim our homeland? Know this. There is nothing I would not give to take back Alamigo. Nothing!
His arm's outstretched. I could probably take it right now. Oh, who the hell gave him a Deku nut?
You'll not get away!
No, Master Alphino. Now is not the time.
I'm but a cripple and a fool. And still you came for me. I'm in your debt.
We are all of us fools of fate, General. But even fools have a part to play.
On your feet, Gladiator. This fight is not over.
Rest assured, I was not planning to die till it avenged the Sultana. Still, your words are welcome, lad. Know this, Ilberd. There is nothing I would not give to see you pay for what you've done. My wealth, my arm, my life. Nothing.
General, are you aware that Lord Lolorito has yet to announce the Sultana's death to the public?
What? No. No, I was not aware of that, nor of anything else outside my cell. 'Tis passing strange, though. I assumed the bastard would make it known at the first opportunity, and set about tearing down the Sultanate.
As did we all. And it is indeed strange that he did not. Strange, or perhaps revealing. Now, I have no conclusive proof, nor do I wish to give you false hope, but I have reason to believe that Her Grace may yet live.
What? But how can that be?
Forgive me, friends, but it is not safe here. Let us continue this conversation without...
The general is safe. What news without? Lady, the guards have been subdued, as per your command. We have since kept watch over the entrance. There has been no further activity. And Ilbert and his minions have fled via some other egress. Scour the perimeter for signs of their passing. At once, my lady. General Alden, I presume, and the signs of the Seventh Dawn. Who are you? Identify yourself. Pray, do not be alarmed. My mistress is a friend. I come bearing a message of goodwill. For your own safety, she bade me direct your steps to the Waking Sands. Know that Master Ryanje awaits you there, along with others sympathetic to your cause. This is no ruse, I assure you. General Alden, if you will come with me, I have prepared a carriage, that you may travel in comfort, safe from prying eyes. Alright, fine, give us a ride. Can't go any worse than the cave poison adventure we just went through. I have spoken with Urianger via Link Pearl. He confirms the man's story. Raubon is in safe hands. Let us make our way to Vesper Bay. Ready to return to the Waking Sands. One more time. To the Waking Sands. There it is. Enter the Waking Sand.
My dearest friends, praise be unto the 12 for delivering you from the clutches of treachery.
Father!
Pippin, my son, and Master Papashan besides.
Forgive me, Father. I should have been at Her Grace's side.
Save your tears. The Sultana yet lives.
You.
It was I who arranged this gathering. And judging by your perplexed expressions, it would seem introductions are in order. I am Dulala, head of the Order of Noldthor, and member of the Syndicate.
What you said about the Sultana, is it true? Is she alive?
Young man, I understand you were with the Sultana when she drank from the poisoned goblet and collapsed. Would I be correct in assuming that you did not personally verify Her Grace's vital signs?
Well, I would have, but I was immediately accused
Why
of heresy.
ask when she's playing? You know the answer.
Calm yourself, General, and let me finish. The truth is not as you imagine it. You are all victims of a most ingenious ruse. A ruse conceived to eliminate the threat posed by Teleji Adeleji. 'Tis my belief that Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination alone, but that Lolorito caught wind of his plot and exploited it to his own ends. He sought to manipulate you into eliminating Teleji for him, and you duly obliged. At one fell swoop, he removed his two foremost rivals, all the while remaining above suspicion.
God strike me down for a fool. But the Sultana, how can it be that she lives?
She lives because Lolorito willed it. Her own lady-in-waiting is but one of his many little birds. By her sleight of hand, the poison was switched for a less deadly draught before it could reach her mistress's lips.
Some manner of sedative, perchance, of a potency sufficient to induce a slumber like unto death.
Were I to guess, I would say Her Grace is being held somewhere, dreaming dreams of a brighter Uldar, even as we speak.
Oh, Nanamo.
I will never forgive Lolorito for his part in this.
Though Lolorito's hands are far from clean, they did pluck her grace from the jaws of death. That must count for something. And though one may call the man's methods into question, it cannot be denied that he knows the value of stability, to the very gill, like as not. He craves power, 'tis true, but he has no desire to depose the Sultana. I had never taken sides in your feud with the monetarists, but it was not for want of concern for our nation's welfare. Indeed, 'twas out of the desire to see order restored that I furnished your Far Eastern friends with information and arranged this gathering. I hope you are ready to work, General, for there is much work to be done. Our first priority must be to bring matters back into balance. Lest you forget Her Grace's words, the true wealth of Uldar lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her people. As for the more worldly kind of wealth, I am content to let Lolorito help himself to whatever Teleji Adeleji left behind. You, meanwhile, must do that which you alone can do. Rescue Her Grace and take your place at her side once more, for her sake and that of our nation.
I had not counted on Prioress Dulala herself appearing. In my defense, my suspicion regarding the Sultana proved more prescient. Much remains to be done, but in rescuing Raban, we have taken a vital first step towards resolving matters in Ul'dah. We couldn't have done it without you, Magnarmus. Thank you. Taru, yes. General Raban is now in safe hands. Another assault. Very well. We shall return at once. Pray notify the Count of our coming. It would seem we face another crisis. The Dravanians are preparing to resume their siege of the Holy See. Though I am loath to abandon the Sultana to her fate, we lack the necessary evidence to act upon Dulala's claims. That being the case, I propose we leave Marshal Tarapin and the others to investigate, and return with all haste to Ishgard. Alright, move things in a step in the right direction there. Back to Ishgard. Back to Ishgard. There you are. Sorry for cutting your reunion with General Raban short. I wouldn't have bothered you, but the city's awash with rumors of another Dravanian attack. Lord Haurchefant was desperate to get a hold of you. Speaking of him, he and the others are waiting for you inside, so you'd better head in. Into the manor. Friend, I thank you for answering our call with such alacrity. I am sure you are now aware that Dravanians are once more gathering for war. Master Darkblade, Master Levier, I must apologize for this abrupt summons. We thought it best to have Mistress Tataru contact you by the most direct means available. When the observatorium bells toll, it is a warning that cannot be ignored. The Holy See has ordered that we make ready for battle. In case you haven't heard, a band of trappers returning from the west claimed they saw a cloud of dragons big enough to dim the midday sky. Nidhogg's minions gather once more for war. But I would not have you take up arms in another of our conflicts. When first you came to Ishgard, I offered you my protection, and I cannot assure your safety here. I cannot well accept your aid, much less ask for it. Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are faced with a choice, to remain in a besieged Ishgard, or seek sanctuary elsewhere. I would not presume to influence your decision, but I must ask that you make it swiftly, lest our enemies force your hand. Though we flee to the ends of the world, 'twould seem that no place in this troubled age is free of strife. Once more the Horde descends upon Ishgard, and once more her weary defenders must take up spear and bow. The Count would have us seek shelter from this storm, but I, for one, grow tired of running. If we are to shine the light of dawn, we must do so in the sight of our fellow men, not hunkered in a hole. What say you, Magnarmus? I would stay and fight. Then fight we shall. Let it never be said that we abandoned our allies in their hour of need. The choice we make this day have grave implications for our order. It is only right that Tataru should have a say. Come, let us all meet outside and discuss the path that lies before us. What if I take the fight to the dragons? Bitch slaps for everybody.
Ishgard cannot well endure another assault. Even should her knights succeed in turning back the Horde, the casualties will be catastrophic.
But what other choice do we have? It's not like we can talk it over with them. Dragons and men aren't exactly on speaking terms.
With certain notable exceptions.
You don't mean Iceheart?
When last you spoke with her, she lamented her crimes, did she not? Then there remains a sliver of hope. If we can persuade Iceheart to act as our intermediary, we may yet be able to convince Nidhogg to abandon his bloody course.
If there is to be a meeting, I would accompany you.
Estinian.
Even with your intermediary, Nidhogg's blood rage may render him deaf to reason. However, the mere attempt may afford our forces precious time to prepare. Of course, you might also consider a more direct approach to ending this conflict. With the power of the Eye at my disposal, and the vaunted strength of the Warrior of Light, we could conceivably slay the beast outright.
If we are to risk a face-to-face meeting with the Dread Worm, I, for one, would feel safer in the company of the Azure Dragoon. However, I should only turn to your alarms if my words failed to find their mark. Is that clear?
Perfectly. I shall assume that Iceheart enjoys similar diplomatic protection until instructed otherwise. A word of advice. Think carefully before divulging the particulars of this plan to Sir Emeric. 'Twould not do to have the Lord Commander accused of consorting with heretics.
Indeed. I thank you for your counsel, Estinian. We shall be honored to have you with us.
I am glad to be of service.
We have chosen a difficult road, yet even should we succeed in winning Iceheart to our cause, our plans for parley will swiftly come to naught should the Holy See decide to strike first against the Horde. We must petition the aid of the Lord Commander's aid ere we set forth. Only hope that Sir Aymeric will be willing to muzzle Ishgard's forces on the strength of our vague assurances. Taru, I would ask that you remain at Forton Manor and to inform the Count of our decision. Tell him the Scions of the Seventh Dawn mean to do all in their power to ensure that Ishgard and her people survive. Yes, sir. Now we get to go on a quest. Now we go here. Make it past Firmalbert. You would speak with the Lord Commander, pray make it quick.
I want the defenses of the Outer Ward rechecked. See to it that the ballistas are in good repair and supplied with enough ammunition for a prolonged siege.
At once, my lord.
Ah, 'twould seem I have visitors. And unlike those messing beyond our walls, these ones are welcome.
Pray forgive us for interrupting you in the midst of your preparations, Sir Aymeric, but our suit concerns the impending assault. To speak plain, we believe there is a chance the invasion might be halted before it even begins. I can divulge little more at this time, but I must nevertheless request that you advise the Holy See to refrain from launching any preemptive sorties whilst we seek to put our plans in motion.
I will gladly lend my support to any endeavor that could spare the blood of my countrymen, but I would know more of the cause you would have me champion. Will you not share aught of this mysterious undertaking?
Know that I have offered my lance to aid in this endeavor. I cannot claim that its success is assured,
Button on accident.
but our actions should serve to delay Nidhogg's advance at the very least. Which is more than can be said for the ill-conceived counterattack advocated by the sea's more vocal crusaders. They offer glorious death, but little hope of victory.
Aye, their proposal does not inspire confidence. Our resources should rightly be spent shoring up the city's defenses. The Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light sallying forth together to face the dread worm Nidhogg. I must admit, the mere thought of it does much to dispel my misgivings. Go then, carry out your plan. I shall do what I can for you within the Holy See.
Having secured Sir Aymeric's support, we may proceed without fear of a preemptive Ishgardian attack, which is not to say we can afford to dither. History tells us the Dravanians will attack as soon as their horde reaches a critical size. Before that happens, we must needs track down and win over the Lady Icehawk, then locate and parley with Nidhogg. In short, time is against us. If you are ready, Estinian, let us be about our task. It's okay, we're bringing one with us.
Such commotion.
Yes, Your Eminence. The bells of the Observatorium warn of our enemy's approach.
So, the dragons are coming. Let them come, in their hundreds and their thousands. With the divine blade in our hands, we shall rend their flesh and drown the heretics in their master's blood. Even Nidhogg and his foul brood shall be powerless to resist us. And when we have rid the world of their pestilence, we shall turn our attention to our Ascian allies. See that they are suitably rewarded for their invaluable assistance.
Crusade's time.
If I may, Your Eminence, the Paragons wield powers strange and unknowable. Can we be certain that they will not see through our deception?
We can be certain of naught save the righteousness of our cause. If you would be a true leader of men, you must possess conviction as well as caution. We seek to excise the root of an evil that has blighted us for 1,000 years. The risk is worth the reward.
And what of Estinian and this Warrior of Light? They have plans of their own.
Leave them to their purpose. We must each play the role we have been given. You and your chosen brothers most of all.
For the glory of King Thordan.
Before we set forth, we must needs inform Tataru of our plans. And I shall wait for you at St. Rene's Forum. Tell your friend we may be some time. The road you have chosen is neither short nor easy. Of that I need no reminding. Come, Magnarmus, let us head back to Forton Manor. Forton Manor. Best vigil. Our course is set, Tataru. It may be some time before Magnarmus and I return to Ishgard. Well, just you be careful, alright? Oh, and don't worry about me. I'll be busy listening out for news of our lost friends. If anyone can find them, it is you, Tataru. Farewell for now. Oh, before you go, you must put this on, Alphino. I made it specially. Made him an outfit. Oh no, I couldn't possibly. Very well. By the 12, it fits perfectly, and the quality is actually rather good. I'm glad you like it. I've been practicing my needlework while I listen to rumors and the like. A good receptionist is always learning new skills. My thanks, Tataru. Whatever else awaits me upon the road, I shall not fear the cold. That was the least. 'Twas the least I could do. Now I must be getting back to the tavern, or I'll never catch up with all the gossip. Best of luck on your journey. Out to speak with Estinian. Next to this, yep. You have said your farewells then? Aye, we are ready to depart. I suggest we begin our search for Lady Iceheart without delay. Very well. She will prove an elusive quarry. Where do you intend to start looking? In the absence of any fresh intelligence on Esal's movements, I propose we pick up the trail where she was encountered last, the Kurthus Western Highlands. Let us speak with Sir Redwald, was it? As the commander of Falcon's List, it is like he will know of any heretic activity that has... any heretic activity has been reported in the area. The Falcon's Nest. Interesting. Well, Master Darkblade, what business brings you back to Falcon's Nest? Judging by the company you keep, it can be no trifling matter. The Azure Dragoon I know, of course, but I do not believe I've met this young gentleman. Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. And you are not mistaken as to the gravity of our mission, Sir Redwald. As I am sure you are aware, the Observatorium has warned that the Dravanians gather for another assault. We believe there may be a way to avert the coming conflict, but only if we can find the elusive Lady Iceheart. Thus we have come to Falcon's Nest in hope of acquiring the latest intelligence on the heretics' movements. I see. Then you would be best served by speaking directly to my men. A patrol is due to return from its sweep of the surrounding lands at any moment. You may also wish to question the knights assigned to pick over the remains of the heretic refuge at Gorgain Mills. It's possible they have unearthed information that could be of use to you. Master Darkblade knows well the place I speak of, for it was he who first discovered it. Let us divide our forces then. I will stay and await the return of the patrol while the two of you visit this refuge. When I have completed my inquiries, I will join you there. A wise use of our time. Magnarmus, I am eager to learn what Sir Redwald's men have found in the heretic's lair. There. Alright. 40 yawns to the northwest. Up. You have a moment to talk. A short while ago, one of the workers from House Zamail asked me to go and deal with some Mylodons that have been causing trouble. The Black Iron Bridge survived the calamity, but it is in desperate need of repairs. But the upland Mylodons run far too close to it. The craftsmen can't work safely. Someone needs to kill them. The Mylodons, that is, not the craftsmen. I'd asked the Dragoons to do it, but they're so busy it'd be weeks before they found the time. I'd do it myself if there weren't so many of the beasts that I fear I'd be swarmed and outnumbered. You're a capable man, would you be so kind as to thin them out somewhat? If you were to kill, say, 3 of them, I would be able to finish off the rest myself. Some flying. Wow, 859 yawns. That's a long way. victim. A man. Oh wait, he was the dragon man. Grenade to the countryside. Onward. Master Darkblade, our findings, you say? Well, there is something of a tale there. No sooner had we chanced upon a promising-looking sheaf of letters than we were ambushed from the shadows by great white beasts. It would seem the heretics foresaw our coming and left behind their pets to discourage any further investigation. Several of our number were badly wounded. And you cannot quarry out of your duties until the creatures are slain. We have not the time to wait for reinforcements. Let us deal with these pets ourselves, Magnarmus. Let's go. Leader. The beasts are slain then? Why thanks, Master God. Darkblade, we may return to our duty without fear of mauling. You wish to track down Lady Iceheart, is that not so? The records we discovered ere those beasts mauled my comrades appeared to be some manner of correspondence. We had not the luxury of perusing the contents more closely, intent as we were on surviving an onslaught of fang and claw. But I'd wager those epistles contain more than friendly salutations betwixt loathly heretics. An interrogation of the patrol proved fruitless. Either we divine some clue from these letters, or we wander the snowfields and pray that the gods lead us right to Iceheart's door. It's hardly a choice at all. Piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Have you recovered much of the heretics' correspondence? Splendid. Aided with contributions from Master Levelier and Sir Estinian, we now have more than a dozen letters. What we have here then, every one of these pages is a record of the dealings betwixt Gorjane Mills, heretics, and their fellows in Akafa Amphitheater. These are requests for foodstuffs, clothing, and all manner of provisions. Iceheart's followers must yet inhabit the ruins that we had thought abandoned. The Akafa Amphitheater, the very place you witnessed the manifestation of the primal Shiva, was it not? If that is our destination, the journey will be long indeed. The amphitheater lies on the other side of a treacherous tract of ice and snow that cannot swiftly be crossed. We must place our faith in the Ethernet. As you may recall, our dear friend Moonbrita succeeded in recreating the Akafa beacon after it had been destroyed by Lady Iceheart. At the time, it was assumed that the resultant Aetherite would only be temporarily viable. But given that the heretics of Gorgane Mills seem to have been in regular contact with their brethren at the amphitheater, I'll wager it still functions. I suggest we make for the Aetherite within Snowcloak without delay. Correct me if I'm wrong, Estinian, but in the course of mapping the Snowcloak tunnel system, a passage was discovered leading out into the Western Highlands, was it not? Might it be possible for us to reach the Aetherite from this side of the wall? It should. House Durandare posted soldiers at the Western Highlands entrance after the tunnels were cleared, but they will not deny us entry. You've already killed 3 of them? Thank you very much. You're not injured, are you? Here, please take this. It's your cut of the fee for the work. Incidentally, did you happen to see the farm on the far side of the bridge? Those Mylodons have made it difficult to access that area, and the bridge has been left to fall apart. After we repair the bridge, one day we might be able to rebuild that farm. Alright. Did that for the Ether Cruise, though. The guests of House Fortom, accompanied by the Azure Dragoon, no less. I cannot imagine what brought you out this far, but you are welcome to enter the tunnels if that is your will. Assuming the Akafa beacon still functions, that is, and we must pray to the 12 it does, we shall arrive at our destination in mere moments. Though I do not expect to be greeted by the primal Shiva, we would nevertheless be prepared for a frosty reception. The heretics are not like to rejoice at the appearance of uninvited guests, particularly ones with our history. Proceed. An impressive structure. I wonder how many ages it has endured. Yeah, you should ask its occupants. They seem a friendly bunch. courts of Ishgard, it is not enough that you banish our beloved saint. Will you not be satisfied until the ice is slick with the last drops of our blood? Stay your weapons. We come under the flag of parley. We wish only to speak with your mistress. We might broker a peace. Don't you think us fools, boy? It will take more than honeyed words to earn our trust. You walk with the Dragon Slayer. We know all too well what he is capable of. My reputation precedes me. They give us little choice. Oh, brothers, may Dragon Wings bear us to victory. Alright, who do I aim for first? You. No words. It's no words on them. They are deaf to reason. Taking the blood of dragons. Heaven hells, can dragon blood truly bring about such a transformation? You should not have come here as guardians. Release! A fool I may sink my lands into.
Know your folly.
Fight like demons. 'Tis death to remain. Fall back, brothers. Retreat to the cinders. See no sign of Lady Iceheart. Would that we could have questioned one of them. What would you ask that we do not already know? They make for the cinders, and so must we. Even should an ambush await us, 'tis certain there will be more heretics to question. The cinders, you say? I confess, the name is unknown to me. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten us, Instinian? I suspect it's the heretic's way of referring to the Dreaming Dragon, an island of sorts found in the midst of the frozen lake of Ashpool. 500 years past, 'tis told that the Azure Dragoon of the age fought a dragon of titanic proportions, and after a savage struggle, the mighty creature was weakened unto the point of death, and forced into a magic slumber by an entire chapter of the Holy See sorcerers. Ere long, rain of ash and cinders did begin to fall upon the sleeping serpent's motionless form, bring the creature at length in a shroud of gray. Of course, a thick layer of ice has since formed on top of it, but you may be sure I speak true. A fascinating tale. We should make haste to this Ashen Isle. The Dreaming Dragon lies far to the west. Before we approach the frozen beast, however, there is another place I would visit first. I am told the convictors have set up camp in Twin Pools. Their leader, Gentilot, may have information of use to us. But mayhap you are not familiar with that name either. Convictors are dragon slayers after a fashion, but I am willing to wager that they encounter their fair share of heretics. If we are indeed walking into a trap, I would learn all that there is to know of our foe. Sound suggestion. Let us speak with these convictors then, and temper our haste with a measure of caution. This is the way. One more to go after this one. Leave. Well, what do we have here? Hoping to join the ranks of the convictors, are we? The hard-eyed lad looks promising. You have a frail look about you, boy. I give you 3 days ere the wilds claim your corpse. I beg your pardon. Do not be so quick to judge. I have seen this frail yet youth fell heretics with a flick of his wrist. And who are you by the Fury? That armor, that lance, the Azure Dragoon himself graces our camp? Pray forgive my disrespect, sir. I am Gentilot, leader of the Convictors and fellow slayer of dragons. May I ask what winds fair or foul carry you into our humble camp? We're looking for the heretics. Ah, Lady Iceheart, is it? Aye, I know her by reputation, but I'm afraid I've seen naught of her people. That said, my own men can be somewhat lax when it comes to making reports. You may wish to question them yourselves. Thank you, we shall. Magnarmus, Estinian, let us make our way through the camp and see what information there is to be had. You have an ether quest? I remember you. How could I forget? You're the lad who was in the Azure Dragoons company. Since you're here anyway, perhaps you might like to try your hand at a spot of hunting before you depart. See for yourself what it's like for us convictors. The Iranian horde is stronger than you might expect. Unless you've been at it for years, like I have, I think it prudent to start with something simple, then work your way up to dragons. I suggest runes. Slay 3 of those, then come back here. Consider it a warm-up. Yes, I were in Estinian's company, and then he walked like 20 feet away. You got a quest too? Yep. Cowards, all of you. Have you no shame at all? Oh, I beg you. Wait. You're not. Are you not Master Darkblade? Honored ward of House Fortam? Praise Helone. Surely you will consider my request. Know you the Dusk Vigil? Westernmost of the Citadel watchtowers, built to warn of the horde's approach. Was lost following the calamity, another victim of the snows. Within the ruins lies a priceless treasure, which must needs be reclaimed. I thought to enlist the services of these so-called dragon slayers, but it seems their courage is not as boundless as they would have you believe. But you, sir, you are not one to shy away from danger, am I right? Yeah, I like doing dungeons. Very good indeed. There is a sculpture of the Fury within the Dusk Vigil's chapel. An ice rondel is set in its helm. I would have you prize it free and deliver it to me. The vigil is not difficult to find. Simply head north towards Banepool until you come to the gates. Knights may bar your passage, but should you explain who you are, they will grant you leave to enter. Go grab that dungeon real quick. Try to catch the motorcycle, guys. Bet you can't. Unlock the Dungo. Dungeon. What's this? A ward of House Fortam wishes to enter the Dusk Vigil? You are aware that the ruins are infested with wild beasts, and gods only know what's else, are you not? Why, just the other day, one of the convictors claimed to have seen a massive winged beast, and not a dragon mind, but something altogether different. Far be it from me to deny any esteemed personage an opportunity to kill himself in new and exciting ways. Pray, go on ahead. Duty Finder. Dusk Vigil. Ally Q for that. I'm gonna go do the other quest. see if I can buy a new sword. Let's start with this real quick. Side quest real quick. Cleaned those rooms already, have you? How did you find them? Did they put you up much of a fight? Good work, lad. Clearly the Azure Dragoon doesn't travel with mere amateurs. It sounds like those rooms barely put up enough of a fight to be considered a proper warm-up. You clearly know what you're doing. If you want to try your hand at hunting down some dragons, speak with me again sometime. They sell swords there. Merchant. Weapons. Oh, cool. And nothing for Dark Knight. We'll have to work to Foundation. Yes. That. There we go. Slightly better sword. Now we go back. Yeah, slightly better comically oversized sword. That's right. Actually, it's way better than my other one. The other one was only item level 30. And this one's 130. Oh, wait, no, this one's 133. 103 item levels better. Gonna make much more damage with this guy. Will the dungeon even pop? That's a good question. Surely, one of these people will have encountered heretics while out hunting. Pray, speak with as many as you can, Magnanimous. Alright, I guess I will. Are there any heretics in the area? I have not the faintest idea. Why a heretic could pass under my very nose and I should be none the wiser. I hunt dragons, my dear fellow, big ones. Forever do I scan the skies for signs of my prey. I care not for the miserable creatures that scurry upon the ground. Nay, I know of no heretics. Do you honestly expect me to keep track of every Ratmo, Vermont, and tenant that wanders in and out of camp? Looking for heretics, you say? Why don't you go and bother Paraquet or someone? I have enough trouble keeping these preening fops fed and clothed as it is. It is no business of mine what folk do with themselves out there in the wilds. Somewhat I can help you with, my lord. Heretics, is it? Well, I've never seen one myself, but that ain't to say I haven't heard a thing or two. We would be grateful for any information you can share with us. The gods know we've gleaned precious little from talking to the rest of these people. If it please, my lord, I am Paraquet, a soldier by trade, though not much of one. If I'm honest, it weren't for the love of stabbing folk that I took up the spear, see? Nor was it by order of Sir Janleont's father still. No, it was by the order of Sir Janleont's father, still. As long as they keep paying me wages, I ain't fussy as to what they have me do. Not everyone's as patient as me, though. Plenty of them, of low-born lads, get pressed into service and start grumbling before they even seen their second battle. And once they've got to thinking how unfair it all is, it don't take much for the heretics to turn their heads from what I hear. Oh well. I'll talk to them again when I get done. Dungeon pops in the middle.
My lord, we have received our orders. We are to pull the dungeon. Pull the dungeon? Pull the dungeon? Pull the dungeon? Pull the dungeon?
drop a lever, I can pull it. Pull the lever, Itsuki. There we go. Lever was pulled. Are you happy now? Lever has been pulled. What do we get? A giant mastodon. Dead and done. Like that. Let's go. Alright, barracks key. Door. What's up, bitches? More. Wall to wall or not at all. Let's go. And more show up. And more. Oh wait, there's more. Alright, Lord Commander's key. Lord Commander's seat. knocking me across the room. That has been pulled. This way. Turn this way. Here we go. Here's the... Yeah, that's that journey. Any more damage, but a lower item level. Lower other stats. Somewhat I can help you with, my lord. Alright. Let's again. Talk to him at that point. Not everyone's as patient as me, though. Plenty of low-born lads who get pressed into services, start grumbling before they've even seen their second battle. And once they've got thinking how unfair it all is, it don't take much for the heretics to turn their heads. What I hear, the simple promise of freedom tends to do it. That may explain Lady Iceheart was able to expand her following so swiftly. Sad to say, some mates of mine gobbled down the heretics' tripe and asked for seconds. Told me they were off to the western highlands to light a signal fire. That's how you let the heretics know you're serious about joining their ranks. Apparently, send up some purple smoke and the bastards come to you. If that's so, why then I am minded to start a fire. Alright. I will leave off here. Next time we start a bonfire. Turn to Foundation and see if there's a Dark Knight quest that I can do. Bar. Drop down a little. Yes. Alright. We'll do it again next time. But I think I'll take that picture with a steady end, actually. Yeah, I'll get the picture with a steady end for the next thing. I'll start off with one Dark Knight quest. Or Batman. I don't know what you're talking about. I think Estinian's Batman. Or Batman. Watch Nidhogg murder his parents in Crime Alley. Oh wait, yeah, Batman is called the Dark Knight. That is true. For the thumbnail real quick. Let me turn this in. You have it, Master Darkblade? Yep, here's your crystal. There it is, no mistaking it at last. It is ours once more. Yep. disgrace of an inquisitor, suspicion of heresy, what not. He knew what he wanted from the start. By the time I secured her release, they had interrogated her for days. She was a shadow of her former self. The final insult, the final twisting of the knife, was when my son took command of the Dust Vigil and found the ice rondel to be the centerpiece of a newly commissioned sculpture of the Fury. Couldn't prove it was the self-same one which he had vanished, but oh, he knew. But no more, no more. It's back with the family where it belongs. It's admittedly hollow comfort, yet in my waning years, I must accept what little that can be had. That's turned in. Over here with Estinian and Alfie. You are ruining the picture. Get out of here. Then Alright, there we go. I got the picture. No one's hidden behind a candle this time, so I don't have to do any reshoots. Alright, catch you all later.